Boston is one of America's great cities. It's almost 400 years old and it packs a ton of history into its 48 square miles. Sure, we all know about the Boston Tea Party, Paul Revere's ride, and the Boston Massacre, but one of the most unusual historical events occurred 100 years ago this week. The Great Boston Molasses Flood occurred on January 15th, 1919 in the north end of Boston. At about 12:30 on a mild Wednesday afternoon, the rivets on a large 50-foot-high tank on Commercial Street containing more than 2 million gallons of molasses began to pop. And a dull roar followed as the tank suddenly failed and quickly collapsed. The collapse unleashed a wave of molasses 25 feet high, moving at 35 miles an hour. The wave knocked buildings off their foundations, and it was sufficiently strong enough to heavily damage the steel supporting the nearby Boston Elevated Railway. Initially, the dense wall of molasses moved quickly enough to sweep up people and demolish buildings, but as it cooled, it became gelatinous, trapping people in place. 21 people died, with victims ranging in age from two 10-year-old boys collecting firewood in the area to a 78-year-old messenger. More than 150 were injured, and the cleanup took about 300 people many weeks. Boston Harbor was reportedly brown with molasses until the summer of 1919. Rescuers found it difficult to make their way through the syrup to help the many victims. 4 days elapsed before they stopped searching for victims. Many of the dead were so glazed over in molasses that they were hard to recognize. The tank was owned by Boston-based Purity Distilling Company, which specialized in the production of ethanol through a distillation process at their nearby plant in Cambridge. In the aftermath, Purity Distilling blamed anarchists for the incident, but the courts disagreed, and the company was forced to pay out about $600,000 to victims. Relatives of those killed reportedly received about $7,000, or about $105,000 in today's money. The tank itself was filled beyond its physical capacity, and a rapid 40-degree rise in temperatures that January day may have driven fermentation, which created carbon dioxide, which further stressed the tank. Engineering inquiries demonstrated that the steel in the tank was significantly under-engineered, poorly riveted, and was not adequately inspected during construction. There has been speculation that the Purity Distilling Company was trying to outrace prohibition in the United States. As the 18th Amendment to the Constitution was ratified the next day, the tank itself was never rebuilt. Today, the site of the tank is the site of a city-owned recreational complex named Langone Park, which houses a Little League baseball field, a playground, and bocce courts. The distinctive smell of molasses reportedly remained part of Boston for decades, particularly on warm summer days. A small plaque was placed by the Boston Society at the entrance to the park commemorating this disaster. Well, that's it for this video. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed, please think about subscribing to the channel. Please leave comments down below. And as always, I thank you for watching, and I'll see you again real soon in another video. Thanks, and bye-bye.